Welcome back. This is Hope at Dawn right here at Hope TV. Time for the newspaper review. My name is
Yes.
George Gishuru.
And my name is Beatrice Watare. So let's have a look at what's happening on
Yep.
the Daily Nation and also the Standard. So first off, I see here the very top page is quite interesting. A nation of bribes. There's no free government service in Kenya. Everything has a price. And according to the 2023 National Ethics and Corruption Survey, the average size of bribe paid nearly doubled to 11,625 from 6,865 in the previous year, with the usual suspects, including counties, featuring in the list of shame. And I see here that public services by average size of bribe paid, first of all, seeking employment, the average that has been paid is 163,260. I see here application for a passport, 74,000, seeking a police abstract, 20,000, the lowest being seeking police security protection, which is about 6,887. This is on page 4 and 5, and it has been cut down all the way from solving land conflict, power connection, bailing out arrested individuals, seeking transfer for people from one school to another. The bribe is just on another level.
Yeah.
And I see here 11,625, 11,000 that is. I see average of bribe paid for government services in 2023 from 6,865 in 2022. Quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
Quite really unfortunate. We've become a country of bribe and
bribe.
corruption. Is it? We keep talking about it, but
Yeah.
corruption just never stops. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything.
Permeates every agency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Government. So as they said,
Oh,
there's
man.
no free service.
There's no free service.
Yet you have paid already
Yeah.
when you're paying those taxes. And
I
even
know.
forget even the taxes, even some of the services, at times you need to pay
Yeah.
e-citizen and everything.
Still.
So you have paid for the same. But then again, even when you're going now to receive those services, bado unaambiwa you need to fuel. You need to fuel the process.
And they're also
file
being paid.
haipatikani. File haipatikani. we can't find your file.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, when something is given, voila,
wacha nitakutafutia vizuri.
ukikuja the next day iko.
Oh my,
Yeah,
may God
it's sad.
help us.
It's sad.
Yeah, and I see here majestic send-off for celebrated TV journalist Rita Tinina's laid to rest. That is on page 2. Quite sad, still sad in the hearts of many. But you can look at that story, the majestic send-off, that is on page 2. Page 3, I see relief for schools as ministry at last releases cash for capitation. At last. I don't know if also some bribe was involved to release.
They are based on the report this morning.
Ama waliona jana watoto wametolewa shule mapema.
Wakaona,
ni kunoma.
So for the entire first time imeenda. First term ishaenda, so they need now to prepare for the second term. I hope now the capitation will take them through the second term without any issues.
We pray so. And I see here bribe size doubles as Interior named most corrupt ministry. That is
Interior and coordination.
You're tricky.
Yeah.
You're tricky. I also see here state launches mobility policy. The government is keen to cut the country's dependence on fossil fuels. That's the story on page 6. And lastly, I see here Equity's net profit dips 6.4% on bad loans provision. Look at that story. That is on page 8 on the finance sector. And looking back at the back page, I see counties free to act against doctors on strike. I see here governors ask striking doctors to resume work as negotiations continue. I don't know how this is going to be received because now they are being told rudini kazi tukiendelea kuzungumza hii maneno. But probably they are like, come on, if we go back to work, this may delay the process even more. But we will see how that plays out. We'll be very much keeping you up to date. And I see here that fast car will be flagged at 12:26 p.m. at KICC. This is the this is the Safari Rally, that is WRC. And I see here that dust, mud, rocks, rain let the Easter Safari blast off, with the first car being flagged off at 12:26 p.m. at KICC and head to Kasarani for stage 1 racing. Those who are passionate about car races and Safari Rally, you can look at that story on page 62 and also 63. And lastly, on the sports, I see, is Firat Harambee Stars true messiah? Turkish coach guides team to rare glory in 4 Nations tourney in Malawi. Football Kenya coach on an inspired winning streak. Interesting, very, very interesting. That is on page 60. And that's it for the Daily Nation.
Right, heading to the Standard now. And the same story that is covered in the Nation is also the main story as the headline in the Standard. Civil servants who oil graft monster. Anti-corruption chiefs say the state of the vice has reached alarming levels, with public servants entrenching bribes for every service rendered, while Kenyans have to become used to it, ingraining the vice in Kenya's way of life. That's a story you can get on page 4. And they are saying the top in as far as the corruption is concerned. Ministries most prone to corruption: Interior and Coordination of National Government at 47%, Ministry of Health 13.2%, Ministry of Transport 5.8%, Ministry of Education 5.5%, Ministry of Defense 5.4%. Departments or agencies prone to graft. Can you guess the top? Wild guess.
Department.
Yeah, a department or a police agency that is top.
Traffic,
yeah, you got it right. The police in general, they are top, 54.4%. Then traffic police come in second, 5.2%. Immigration department, that is where the documents you need, especially passports and everything, they are third. Registrar of persons, that is for ID, fourth. And public health, they come in fifth. County departments prone to corruption: health services, transport, county roads, traffic and parking, trade development and regulation, public works and services, and agriculture. Sad state of affairs there. You can read that on page 4. Hustlers protest. Nairobi traders unhappy with Ruto high taxes. Now, the protest by small-scale traders, which birthed the hustler movement and ultimately turned the tide against former President Kenyatta and Azimio in Nairobi and Mount Kenya, are now haunting President Ruto's administration after the traders complained against choking punitive taxes from an administration that rose to power on the back of the very people he christened hustlers. So now the same hustlers are now crying. So it's a story you can read on page 8. I also see glowing tribute to Rita Tinina in her final journey. And she was, she was laid to rest yesterday in their farm in Narok. Banks reap big profits. That is in the business section of the Standard. And also I see on page 46, which is the sports pages, FIFA's ban warning to Kenya. I don't know what's happening. We are being threatened now. As expected, World Football Governing FIFA has issued a stern warning to Kenya, threatening to once again suspend the country from all football activities due to government interferences. You read what's happening on page 46. I also see World Rally Championship, Safari Rally Kenya, kicks off today and continues all the way to Sunday. 29 drivers set for epic showdown as Safari Rally zooms off today. President Ruto is set to flag off the third leg of the 2024 World Rally Championship at KICC today. So it's action in as far as the same is concerned. Kenya hoping to defend World Cross Country title in Belgrade. Sebastian Sawe will be challenging defending champion Jacob Kiplimo of Uganda for the crown. Beatrice Chebet will team up with 10 kilometers world record breaker Agnes Ngetich and rising star Immaculate Anyango. And we are wishing Team Kenya the very best as they go out there to battle the world. And then new champions emerge as Lenana Kisumu girls turn focus on national games finals. National girls handball champions St. Joseph Kitale dethroned in Rift Valley. Lenana end 19-year drought to reach nationals as Kisumu girls dominate rugby 15s. That is in as far as the school regional games are concerned. Read that on page 45 inside the Standard. Quickly going through the Business Daily, the front page. What top banks have earned shareholders? Lenders battle 133 billion shillings defaults. Wow. And then total dividends for 9 tier 1 banks flat. So you can read all that and which banks are offering how much in as far as the dividends. I also see state the government now has banned buying of T-shirts, calendars. The state has banned procurement of promotional items such as T-shirts, power banks, and calendars using taxpayers' money in the latest purge on non-essential spending. So easy said than done. But let me tell you, Beatrice, the one thing that I have come to notice in Kenya, especially the government, state agencies, ministries, and everything, the levels of wastage is on another level. Wastage, yani, tea, sijui flowers, T-shirts, calendars. Are they even necessary? But then again, for me, it's not even those items, because it's good, because some people get businesses, which also is important for them. But then again, the exaggeration in terms of the pricing.
It's on another level.
So you hear someone was even explaining when she was sitting in one of the boards of one of the agencies, and what is it called? A budget was brought for her to approve. And so she decided, let me peruse through the budget. She was staggered because some of those pins, she was saying those pins, locally, you get them at 200 shillings. That's on the higher level, as in, that's the highest in terms of the pricing. But then again, when she checked on the budget, one, based on the budget, was amounting to 2,000.
Come on.
So she was like, no, seriously.
That's an outrageous
yes, percentage. I know we want to eat.
But that is too much.
That's too much. So that was just one agency. From 200 to 2,000. So for me, the exaggeration is the reason why we are seeing whatever is happening. But let's wait and see if they will contain the situation.
Keep praying. Oh my God.
We are not giving up on this country.
We are not giving up.
We can't.
In fact, we
can't
pray.
We intensify the prayers.
Because
the more they steal, the more we intensify the prayers. And the agencies mandated to rein in on this corruption move in swiftly as well and contain the situation.
That's what's needed, honestly. That's what's needed. But anyways, that's it for the Daily Nation, the Standard, and the Business Daily. Grab a copy of your favorite. But now we're going to be taking a short break. Once we get back, we'll be talking about the video of the day. So please do stay with us.